Hey, everyone. It is Kate Weatherwise, your favorite weather girl. It is Tuesday, November 25th. It is 7:41 p.m. and I'm giving another update to the weather that is happening right now. It's been slow coming and it's kind of just wet out there right now. I'm starting to see reports of snow around the area. The temperatures are starting to drop enough. If you're higher up in elevation, if you're away from the water and higher up in elevation, then I'm starting to see people reporting snow falling instead of this drizzle yuck that's going on right now down at lower elevations and close to the water. So what we're going to do is go straight into the radar and just get a quick update on what's going to happen the rest of tonight and into tomorrow, the November 26th, which is the day before Thanksgiving. The radar kind of looks a little benign right now. There are some reports of snow falling in Spokane itself, and the radar is not lighting up. We do have some heavier precipitation out to the west and to the northwest. It's going to swing through, and we're going to have precip with us all night tonight, and it's going to turn to snow for everyone after about the 11 o'clock hour. So even those of you who are down in lower elevations, you're going to see some snow too. If that's what you're hoping for, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're going to get later on tonight. The winds are not really a factor at all. They're pretty light. I was outside a little bit ago walking with my dogs and my husband, and we did not feel really any wind. And it's not even that cold outside. It's cold, but it's not that cold. You could tell it's right around freezing, just above freezing. So we are going to see some continued precipitation rotating through from the west overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and then it'll start to taper off. So let's go to the rapid refresh, which is right now, and that's kind of giving you an indication. It's been snowing in the Cascades pretty much all day today, at least all morning, and it's still raining in western Washington, west of the Cascades. It's rain to the south, kind of South Spokane County, down into southeast Washington. And then you go further west of I-90. It's been kind of not very fun to drive today. Maybe part of the day, if you stayed east of Moses Lake, it wasn't bad. But if you went west of Moses Lake, you ran into some weather, some activity. So as we get moving on later tonight into the night, you can see like this line right here. I don't know if you can see that little bit of, let me zoom this in a little bit more. You can see the green. This is the Columbia River that goes through here. And right along the river is where you see the green, because it's warm enough. The water is still warm enough that it's keeping the air temperature close to the water up above freezing. So as we move on, again, this is, not very much precip happening close to the water, but you get away from the water and up in elevation, that's where you're going to see all the precip tonight, most of the precip tonight. I mean, I live close to the water, so I go outside and I'm bummed because I want to see the snow, but I know we're at the beginning of the season. We're going to have plenty more chances for snow at all elevations, and there's going to be times where it's freezing cold and I'm like, why did I want snow? Why do I want this cold weather? But right now, because it's like the first snowfall of the season, you kind of you just want to see that snowfall. And I would love to go outside with my dogs and play in the snow with them, but we'll have a chance to do that. So as we move on, again, you got to get away from the water. It shows snow in all, most of Spokane County, all of Stevens County, all of Pend Oreille, all of North Idaho, all the way to the border of Montana. You're going to see snow. And this is, whether you're up in the mountains or down driving on I-90 or some of the surface roads, you're going to see some snow later on tonight. This is at 10 o'clock tonight. 11 o'clock. And that cold line is like right through here, just to our south of the area. And then we're going to see snow pretty much until about 3 o'clock in the morning is when it starts to dry out and dry up. So for most of the night, I would say overnight, we may get a slushy inch once it gets down below freezing for most of us. And it's if it doesn't get below freezing for everyone closest to the water, it'll be hovering around freezing. And then you just got to go up in elevation 500 feet or so, and you'll see the snow. That's where you will see the snow. So I'm going to take us over to the longer range model so we can talk a little bit more about Thanksgiving Day and beyond. Thanksgiving Day looks to be on the wet side. Wednesday morning, it's going to turn into just kind of foggy, maybe some drizzle, maybe some really, really light rain. And then the fog may stick around for a good portion of the day because it'll be just warm enough and just moist enough that and not much in the way of wind that it's going to just stick around for a good portion of the day. And then Wednesday night into Thursday, we turn back into rain for most of us. It's going to be around the 40-degree mark for us on Thanksgiving Day. But let's put this into motion so we can see. You can see this is 4 o'clock this afternoon. Mixed precipitation. That's the color purple. We have some snow around here and some snow over to the west and into the Cascades. You're getting mixed precipitation. And then as you move forward, it turns us all into snow. And this has the precipitation moving out to around the 3 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning time frame. Then we're going to continue to move forward. And then you see this system right here. This is the low out here, out over the ocean. And I can't get this in the screen, but there's a low pressure. You can kind of see the wind moving in towards the center here where the low is. This is going to come up from the south. So this is going to bring warmer air with it. So it's going to be rain for everyone except for the Okanagan Valley. Out there, you will still see some snow, and maybe the northern parts of our counties towards the Canadian border, you'll see some mixed precipitation or snow, and then rain further south around the I-90 corridor and a little bit north of the I-90 corridor. You'll see some rain, and then you won't see snow until you get into Montana. And this is going to go through Thanksgiving morning until it all clears out Thanksgiving night, around 10, 11 o'clock Thanksgiving night. So Thanksgiving itself for the Pacific Northwest, the Inland Northwest, Idaho, Western Montana, you're going to see snow. Montana, you're going to see snow. We're going to see a mixed precipitation through tomorrow morning with rain coming back into the picture Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Day. Often on Thanksgiving Day, temperature is going to be chilly around 40. It's just not going to be a nice day. So for those of you who are doing turkey trots, things of that nature, Thanksgiving morning, around Eastern Washington and into Idaho, it's not going to be very nice out, but you're going to be doing your thing. So you're not even going to really, it won't even matter to you because you're going to be doing your thing. And then once this clears out on Thursday night, we're going to be in for some drier weather Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be drier on Friday, but then the temperatures are going to cool down 40 degrees or so Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the upper 30s, mid to upper 30s, both of those days. So, but I will forecast that out here. I'm doing a daily forecast because especially when there's times of great travel and there's weather activity going on, I like to do daily forecasts to keep everybody updated. But that is about it for this update. Right now, it's just kind of yucky out. We have some drizzle, and let's go back to the radar. Drizzle, this is right now, they're reporting snow. This is probably higher elevation snow. Rain down to the south. We're going to get some snow or some mixed, like I said, getting reports of some snow right now in some higher elevation areas around like the Four Mound area, Deer Park, things like areas like that higher up in elevation and away from the water. So that'll continue to be the case until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it's going to turn off. So that's what we're expecting, guys. Tomorrow is the day before Thanksgiving, and typically tends to be the busiest day of the year for travel. And then Sunday or Friday or Sunday tends to be the second busiest day for travel. So that's it. I will be back tomorrow, maybe, for another update. If not tomorrow, it'll definitely be this weekend. But I hope you're having a good Tuesday evening, and I will talk to you again very soon. And this is Kate Weatherwise saying bye for now.